Hey guys, what's up? It's Nina from Karma Marketing, this time with another content theme and another Sage feature. So today we have a special marketer from Indonesia. I'll have her introduce herself. Rara, go ahead and say hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Rara Mispawanti. I am currently on my career break. Previously, I have worked for 8 to 10 years in marketing field, and my last 4 years was working for a technology company. And then my last employer, I am responsible for growth marketing roles in that company. But now on my career break, I am taking a data analytics course.
Awesome. Sounds like you have a busy month ahead of you. And I guess it's timing with today's or this month's theme, which is on healthy productivity. So I have Rara here to just share her personal insights and tips on her overall productivity journey and, trying to emphasize that harmonious balance of achieving our goals and finishing our tasks while also not forgetting to nurture our own well-being. So we'll start off with our first question on the emphasis of health in productivity. So, number one is, what do you think is healthy productivity to you? And how has your productivity journey been like?
Okay, healthy productivity for me is doing anything that you love or anything that you are currently being responsible for it, whether you are a student, whether you are a mother or you are a worker. But you need to be sure that you don't feel burden when doing that task, because if you are feeling overwhelmed with the course that you have in your daily routine, it will impact to your health condition as well. And then in my journey, when I was working, I can say that I worked too hard in a negative way. I always forget to drink mineral water. I always forget when is the time to stop and exercise. For example, if we are working from home 8 hours, I can work more than 8 hours without doing the stretching and stuff. And I just go to the restroom because I need to pee or poop. That's unhealthy. So yeah, that's my unhealthy journey. And right now I'm trying to shift the behavior to healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you mentioned that when you were working from home, it's so much easier to just stay at home and not really find a routine. How has that been like in your physical health, or like overall, how has that affected your health because of your unhealthy journey?
Yeah, because of that, due to the COVID-19, I can say I mentioned I previously worked for a technology company, and then I worked from home for 3 years, perhaps. So it's quite long compared to anyone, perhaps, because we are in tech company, we can work from home or even work from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I just do the task multitasking. So, for example, I have the host course. I keep doing that while working. So that's really unhealthy. Although some people might think that doing the course it's similar with exercise, but the fact it's not. It's totally different. If you are doing the course, doesn't mean that you already exercise. So I try to change that behavior, but it's it was worse at that time. I need to visit the doctor, and I was diagnosed with the pinched nerve because of the bone structure here in my neck. And then it occurs always at least once per month. It will take longer if I am too overwhelming with anything. It can be within the 30 days of 1 month, 2 weeks. It's just, yeah, facing this pain, and I need to take medicines. I visit the doctor. I need to rest, and it's totally unhealthy lifestyle because
Yeah.
I am working from home. I'm still doing the work, so I'm not taking my unpaid leave or sickness leave. It, I just keep doing the work. That's totally unhealthy. That's why I mentioned I'm trying to have healthier lifestyle now.
Yeah, I think that's great because I mean the next question anyway is, from, I guess, like, you've had your breakthrough, getting diagnosed with the pinched nerve. How has that changed your journey? Like, how have you incorporated healthy productivity in your not only professional but also personal life? And feel free to share your challenges and, the ways, your solutions to those challenges.
Okay. My challenges, I can say a lot of challenges I face, but the main challenge is because I don't know when is the time to stop of doing something, and then when is the time to return to do something again. So I always get lost with that. And then recently, I found out the best way to improve my well-being is by setting boundaries. I have my personal reminder. It's not always related to the work. So, for example, this interview, even I set my reminders 2 hours before this one. That's why I'm checking with Nina previously whether the time is correct or not, because I'm checking that. I set the reminders already 2 hours before this call. What to prepare? For example, I need to get ready with all the I can say this camera, and then I check everything. So that's the new behavior of me. Previously, if I have this, I just let my calendar, okay, it's already set at 11 a.m. in Jakarta time. Just let it be. I'm not preparing for the course before that. But now, totally different. I can just clock out 15 minutes before or 30 minutes before to check everything, and I will give my time also a relaxed time before it started, because this kind of interview you need to be in your best condition to give an honest answer and to give a stable answer as well. And then for in another routine, for example, when I was visiting my hometown, I set boundaries not to check my email. Previously, when I was working, I keep checking my email. Even if it is already late night, I receive an email, I'll just give my best to give a prompt response. But now I try to put boundaries. Sometimes I still forget because, it's really hard to change the behavior, right?
It's
Sometimes
hard. I
yeah,
agree.
sometimes I still forget about that, but sometimes I remember. So this is the journey, a long process, and I'm not sure when it will be ended. But I can say that now I'm on the right track. I know what is the boundaries. I know when is the time to stop, and I know when is the time to come back. And it's okay to delay something. That's also
That's a
really
good reminder.
important.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everything is important. I mean, if you are not doing the task right now, it's not like the world will be facing a serious problem, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to relax, and then you just need to honest. If you cannot meet the deadline, tell the real reason and find a solutions, not trying so hard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's good that, like, I love how you put out that reminder that it's okay to delay things, because I think this puts in the bigger question, like, are there certain tasks that are important and urgent, but are there also other tasks that are important but not as urgent? And that really helps in terms of prioritizing what you need to do first, because otherwise you just think like everything is just urgent and important, and then you have to do everything, you try to multitask, and then boom, it's like burnout. And
Yes.
I don't think people realize the amount of mental energy it takes to set your mind into doing something. So having a schedule is great. I am the same. I need to check my schedule of the day at least like throughout the morning, and like walk it in my head, like, okay, this hour I'm doing this hour I'm doing that. Otherwise I'm like mindlessly getting stressed out because I don't know what I'm gonna do next. So I just like hop onto the next thing hop onto the next thing that comes to my mind, and then it's not sustainable in the long run.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's a lot, and it's an ongoing process, like as you
Yeah.
mentioned. Like it's not a journey that you can just change all at once. Honestly, you're
Mhm.
gonna have to remind yourself when to say no. Sometimes boundaries are also gonna break and you're gonna have to re-implement it again. But I think that's how you know it's healthy, because you're constantly putting effort into it.
Mhm.
So, awesome that you were sharing your challenges and solutions. I completely relate to them. The last one for this content feature is, what is the most important advice that you can give to those who are trying to incorporate healthy productivity, those who are trying to set boundaries, and overall just trying to nurture that well-being while getting things done?
Mhm. Okay, my best advice right now, and I'm not saying that currently I already implement this advice on myself 100%, but I know that this is the best advice so far. Realizing the importance of self-awareness, self-consciousness, and listening to our bodies. Sometimes we just do things impulsively as well. So being impulsive is not always good if it is related to your health conditions. I can say that we need to reduce that impulsive activity by taking this self-awareness, self-consciousness, and listening to our bodies. So we know when is the time for you to stop. We know when is the time for you to return to the work, or you have a grand master plan, and then in that grand master plan you have your time to do impulsive stuff, but you know when is the time to stop. So that's what I call with self-awareness and self-consciousness. And what I mean with listen to our bodies, as I mentioned that I already have this pinched nerve,
Yeah.
and I realized the symptoms started on my undergraduate time when I pursue the degree, but I just neglect that because I thought I am still young. Sometimes age did not really related to your health conditions. I can say that. Because I experienced that. I thought I'm still 17, I am healthy, I am young, I can be as active as I want.
Right.
But in
Whatever
fact,
you
it's
want.
no, it's no, you have to genetics conditions, you have a lot of conditions, you have different bodies from anyone, so you need to listen to your body, but I did not. That's why it is getting worse and worse by the time, and now I try to commit to listen to my bodies. If I felt overwhelmed, I'll stop doing my hobbies if it is possible, but if it's not possible, I just go to sleep. Even now, during this time, I have my time doing a nap. When I was working at home as well, we
Yeah.
have 1 hour break, right? I will keep my arm ringing for every 15 minutes and try to have a really deep nap. I can say that. And this is really good to improve your well-being. So just try to do that.
That's super awesome. Like, I am also a big napper. So hearing
Mhm.
you say that you also do take naps and actually plot a schedule for it just
Mhm.
makes me feel reassured. And honestly, it's great that you also mentioned like having time for yourself, because not a lot of people, or at least people tend to forget that it takes the same amount of effort and time to finish work or do things for work, yes, but also it takes enough time, or it takes just enough time and effort to work on yourself or find time for yourself. So if it's easy for you to schedule a task, schedule a meeting for work, you should also make the same amount of effort to schedule things for yourself. You know, like if you want to go shopping, or if you want to go do like go outside, go outdoors, leisure time, you can properly plan that as well, put it in your task list.
Yes, yes, yes. Because I think a lot of people thought the calendar things is just for
Work,
work.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for work. But in fact, no, I mentioned that now I am resigning. I am unemployed, guys. So I don't need a Google Calendar. That's totally wrong. I still need that. I need to schedule things. I need to
Yeah.
have, yeah, I need to have a lot of blocking time for myself. Even I need to set a reminders what to do next and what to do after. Because if I just being enjoy in my current break, I'll forget why I need to come back to work, why I need to pursue a career, or why I need to be a productive even. I don't want to be in the trap. I listen a lot of people who take career break before me, and then they say it, you have to know when is the time for you to go back to the works, because they say if you are too happy with your career break, it's not only takes all of your saving, but also it takes a lot. Uh, this industry is changing so fast. We are in the fast-paced industry,
Yeah.
and then if you take a long journey for just recovering yourself, that's not good for your long-term journey as well. So I try to say that it's okay if you are currently still looking for a job, or if you are unemployed, or you just recently getting fired perhaps in your hard conditions, but please stay back to your track, give yourself a me time, a proper time, and then you set your calendar yourself when is the time for you to get back. Yeah.
Yeah, that is honestly super awesome. I like, especially with people who feel like they're taking too long in their breaks and stuff. I feel like it's a good reminder to set within yourself that it doesn't really matter how slow you go, or how fast you also may go, as long as you have intent and also direction to what you're doing. And this also goes along with tasks as well. I always say quantity quality over quantity in terms of your tasks. So rather than getting as much things done, ask yourself whether you'll actually get full gratification in doing
Mhm.
these certain tasks. So rather than instant gratification, because again, we're in today's world, it's super fast paced. There's social media, you can
Yeah.
get anything whenever, wherever. And it's really important to sit yourself down, take as much reflection as you need to think about the things, or at least the tasks that really make you feel gratified, or things that make you feel whole. So I guess that's also part, I mean, for me too, like in parts of, like in terms of productivity, like find things that give you full gratification instead of instant gratification.
Yes, yes, that's correct. That's why I am currently taking a courses in data analytics. It's not because currently I am looking for that job. I'm not sure, but I can say it's not. It's more like when I was working with a managerial title as a growth manager, I felt that myself is lacking in data analytics quality. So
Yeah.
I try to be honest with myself when I spoke this condition to my supervisor. He said that no, you are doing good, but I don't feel that way. I don't feel that I met the standard quality of
Yeah.
this position by myself. It's not anyone who can judge you, but you are the one who can judge yourself. You know your capability. That's why I'm talking to my supervisor that I need to take this course, or even considering to take another formal education, not just the course, because I need to upgrade my quality as well, not just quantity, as you mentioned. For people, perhaps they just see me as a career hoppers, perhaps they see me like that because I move around to several companies, and then I am changing the industry as well. The first, when I was doing a marketing stuff, I was in media company in conventional one, and then I changed to a social media app, and then shifting again to e-commerce platform, shifting again. So people will see me like that, but in fact I am seeking to improve the quality of myself.
Yeah.
When I noticed recently I don't have that certain quality I want. So yeah, I take a step back. I understand when it's the time for me to stop pursuing the career, because the career is still there. I mean, if your quality is improving, for sure you have to believe in yourself that there will be the right time for you to
Yeah.
find the right career for you as well. As you mentioned that people might be slow, people might be fast. It doesn't matter as long as you know that you are heading to the right decisions or the right path that you made by yourself, not by anyone else. So yeah,
True.
that's what. Yeah.
It matters to it as long as you don't stop, really.
Yeah, don't stop. Yeah, just
Just
stop
keep
a while
going.
is okay, but stop for the long journey. I don't think that's good. Even if you think, for example, me myself, I already married, so I have to think about having a baby, having a kids. I have to think to do the course as a housewife as well. But we try to communicate with my partner, so we have to communicate everything with your partner, right? And then it comes to the conclusion that even my partner never pushed me to, oh, you have to do the housewife tax by yourself, or you need to find money by your own. He never signed me that. But
Yeah, that's
but
good.
yeah, I felt like this is one of the grateful moments for me, because not everyone have that.
Yeah.
I found it as a privilege as well. I have the right for do anything I want. But I know, if I later I'll be a mom or I'll be the full-time mother, I still need this kind of mindset. I can say that as a mom, you have a lot of course as well with you, right? You can take that as a work, so the work is not always associated with money or salary, right? You can just do the tasks with your own, and then you just keep your self-consciousness, you just keep your self-awareness, you create your reminder in your calendar as well. I think that's also still important to keep you in the healthy productivity as a mom. So it can be for anyone, I think.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. Honestly, like I wish we could talk more about this, but I mean, I love all of the subtle points that you gave out. Like number one, setting proper boundaries. It's okay to delay things. If not,
Mhm.
let that be an opportunity for you to really prioritize which things are important and which things are urgent and which things are important but also not as urgent. Second as well is finding me time. It takes the same amount of time and effort. I completely agree on that. And even just overall, always, like I always remind myself, and this could be for anyone that's listening, quality over quantity. Start to find tasks that really and actually fulfill you rather than, feeling like it's something that you have to do out of survival or out of the necessity of just having to do it. So, I mean, thank you, Rara, for coming on and just sharing your beautiful insights and tips. I hope that anyone that's listening, you also got something out of this interview. But if not, spread the love, spread the kindness, karma marketing.